Oh, Lauren, Lauren, queen of the screen. With Botox so tight, you look like a dream. But your skin's so thin, it's like tissue paper. One wrong word and poof, you're a vapor. Hey, Lauren, Lauren, toes all sore and red. From folks stepping on them, now you're crying in bed. People are mean, you wail through the night. But you swing at victims' kin, what a sight. From YouTube throne, Queen Lauren so grand. Now cast to the peasants with pitchforks in hand. You dish out the drama, true crime with flair. But cross your highness, oh beware. Family members grieving, you pounce like a cat. Claws out and hissing, imagine that. Botox can't hide that frown upside down. Your kingdom's crumbling, you're losing your crown. Hey, Lauren, Lauren, toes all sore and red. From folks stepping on them, now you're crying in bed. People are mean, you wail through the night. But you swing at victims' kin, what a sight. From YouTube throne, Queen Lauren so grand. Now cast to the peasants with pitchforks in hand. Once upon a vid, you ruled the true crime wave. Subs in the millions, oh what a rave. But thin skin and sore toes led to your fall. Now you're scrolling comments, ignored by all. Peasant life calls with no royal decree. Just Botox bills and reality TV. Hey, Lauren, Lauren, pack up your crown. The kingdom's a victim, you're heading downtown. Toes still aching, tears on your sheets. But hey, next adventure, true crime on the street. From queen to the fields with the mud and the muck. Lauren, oh Lauren, next time, better luck. Apologize, Lauren, to victims of our...
All right. Good morning, everybody. If you can hear me, would you put a 1 in the chat, please? Hey, Kelly O, Hope Diamond, Crafty Nana. Let's see, Dot. Hey, Dot. I wondered what this is all about, but I'm not going to watch a 9-hour live to find out. Girl, I watched it. The whole train wreck. I was there. I did take breaks, not going to lie. Had to stop for a little dinner. But yeah, it was really something, Dot. And great to see you, by the way. It's good when I see like old friends come in. It's really good. So thank you. Duty Ron and a couple of others post about her having a stalker. Yeah, Dot, you know, it's much ado about nothing. Crafty Nana, love the intro. Oh, good, Crafty Nana. Inga, welcome. Good to see you. And Crafty Nana says, hello, everyone. I sure hope Crusher can fight and get her video back. I was out last night and went to watch it first thing this morning and saw that it had been struck. I am very sorry to hear that, Crafty Nana, because it was absolutely, without a doubt, the most consequential live that I've ever watched. I fully stand by those words. And that's a bit of what we're going to talk about today. So yeah, I was touched. I was happy that the family of Charles Vallow, that they are, you know, getting stronger and starting to heal. And look, here's what happens when a victim of crime, there's that initial shock. It's like this prolonged grief and all the stages that accompany grief, except it's long and drawn out, right? There's extra stuff that they're working through. And in the beginning, you know, you just wait. You just give them space. You give them privacy. And you let them process and work through. When they finally reach a level of healing, then they need to vocalize all that they've been through. They need to speak it, right? It needs to come out. And that is what happened last night. It was such a touching and important live, and I just was horrified when I found that it was taken down. Now, look, I'm waiting. I'm a little hey Skippy Nona. I'm a bit okay, here's what I'm a little bit hesitant on. Did Kresha take the live down? I don't know. I don't know if it was struck or if she took it down. I know that last night toward the end of the live, someone did come in and say that the video had been struck. So there were limiting views at that point, right? Crafty Nana says, no, she didn't. Okay. And you know that, Crafty? Like you have reason to understand what that they okay, so we're getting information that it came up saying it was copyright struck by HTC. Yeah, I saw that, Crafty, last night. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm trying to give the benefit of the doubt because I would want that for myself. It looks like, based on the notice that went up in chat last night while the live was going on, it said it was struck. And the crazy thing about the strike is she did not use their copyrighted content. Listen how crazy this is. She played at the beginning one of Hidden True Crimes videos, right? But listen, everything was photographs of their family. I'm talking about Krusha, Kay, Larry, the kids, Charles. It was all It was all their family. So if that's why she struck, the only way to know why it struck is it'll give like a time stamp, like for what content is being improperly used. I'm going to tell you this. If she struck that part where it was all the photographs, because that was their video that they had made, that is the most psychopathic move I've ever seen in my life, if that is the case, right? So there were a couple other things that were played. Evidence, it is Crafty Nana, it is. There were other things that were played, evidence, if you will, that Crush is telling the truth, that everybody's telling the truth. This is not a huge conspiracy against Lauren and Hidden True Crime. It's just not. You know what, St. Elmo's? I 100% believe she will win if she appeals it, which, I did send an email and, told her, I think without a doubt you will win this appeal if you fight it. I wouldn't accept this. I would not accept it. So yes, St. Elmo's, she will win it if she decides that she wants to appeal, right? She will win it. So it's just a weak move. And I'm sure, if I had to take a guess, I'm sure that Lauren was probably in her bed crying and again reacted rather than proact with a goal in mind. She just probably just said, oh, I got to stop them. I got to stop them. How can I let them keep talking? The problem is that Crusher will win the appeal, and the video will stay up. And now it looks even worse. It draws a lot of attention to the video. So for that, Lauren, thank you, because the things that they said were necessary. We all need to hear them. Every one of us, me included, we all need to hear what they had to say. It was not a Lauren bash fest. That's not what it was. It was the people that were either victims, like Kay spoke, Kresha obviously spoke, as well as Awen Reese. How many of y'all remember Awen Reese? She was the lady that was talking to Mark Means. I was able to get a lot of information, right? So, yeah, I think this is notable. This is notable. Okay, so the video has been taken down, but Dr. John, if you stumble upon this, Kay Woodcock is asking you to contact her. She cares about you and she wants to talk with you. Okay, so of course you can't see that appeal right now because you guys struck the video. And frankly, I'm shocked that it was struck. No, Cinnamon, Joe Ryan's sister is Annie, the lady that did analytics. Yeah, I think so too, Elder. I absolutely believe you. Yeah. It's a great live. Y'all just wait till it comes back up. It's coming back up. But Cinnamon, analytics is Joe Ryan's sister. Awen Reese, she had a channel and I cannot remember the name of the channel. She worked with Diane Rainey. And they were talking with Mark Means, and they got a lot of information from Mark Means, like factual information. And she was horribly bullied. So she came up and told her story about the way that she was treated. So it'll come. I believe, like everybody's saying, Crusher will win the appeal. And so wait for that, because this is going to be live that no one in the true crime community should miss. No one. And please hear me. It was not a Lauren bash. It was not. It was not. Did they say things that Lauren probably didn't like? Sure. Because it is Lauren's behavior that is at issue here. Like, she has sincerely misused her channel, the scope of her channel. She has really, boy, I'm really walking a fine line here between being honest and saying what I want to say and being empathetic, I guess, on some level. But this thing has gone off the rails. It's off the rails. There's so many people that have been hurt. I would imagine, my guess is that Lauren has been spending a lot of time trying to control the narrative. That's my guess. My guess is behind the scene, she knows what's coming out, and she's been maybe just worn herself to a frazzle trying to control it all. And, that's when you get crying in the bed, wiping snot with your sheets, 9-hour lives, right? That when you're exhausted and you're hungry and you feel you have no control in your life, that's when you react. Yeah, exactly. Darvo Kelly. Thank you. It emphasizes how people on YouTube, yes, It emphasizes how people on YouTube treat victims of crimes and how they should now be treated going forward. It is such a powerful message. It was such a great live. So good. So please, 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 when the live comes back up, please watch it. You need to hear Kay's words. Absolutely, you need to hear Crush's words. You need to hear Awen. Awen left. She just totally shut down her channel and walked away. A researcher. So this is not, oh my God, I have a stalker on TikTok with 100 subs. That is not what this is about. This is much more. And I think it is, I don't want to speak for Kay or Kresha or anybody, but what was said last night during the live, they feel, what would be the best word? Kay did not like the word exploited. They felt they were, what they voiced was that they were being used, right? And that during the 9-hour lives and whatever, Kay realized that they were name dropping she and Larry, and I don't remember if Kresha had that same point of view, but Kay felt like as she watched, her jaw fell, because when Lauren got into a jam, when she got into trouble, she started name dropping. Oh, thank you, Cinnamon. You're a rock star. Okay, so Cinnamon put up Awen's channel. Great, actual true creator, researcher, right? She's so great. And she walked away. She said, no, this is just terrible. It's just, I don't want a part of this. All the people lie about you, then you try to set the record straight, and it's just a mess. So, trying to have empathy for whatever it is that Lauren and John Matthias are going through, I suspect it is incredibly uncomfortable. And I think it was probably, if I had to guess, a knee-jerk reaction to strike Crush's live. I believe, thank you, Moxie. I believe a better path forward would have just been to stay silent and let them talk. I do know that for crime victims, it's so important for them to have their voice when they're ready, like when they've healed enough that they're ready to tell their story, to kind of get it out there. Not the story of the crime, the story of the aftermath, the story of the media, the story of the YouTube phenomenon. They're trying to send a message. And I think it started with Shanann Ruchek's dad. I think he was the first one to really stand up and say, go back to your lives. Quit talking about our lives. This thing that happened to us was horrible. And now it's become a thing. It's like every single crime, I guess because there's not very much information about the crime itself, not knowing who the actual killer is, people then turn to speculation on the other side. And I'm not innocent of that. I know that I'm not. And I've been really pulled back away from this and trying to work it out in my head. What's the right path forward? I don't know, because I never wanted to talk about the victims in terms of like their personal private lives, because it did feel exploitative. I always turned toward looking at the criminal and the precursors, personality stuff, all that. And then I think probably the Sebastian Rogers case. I had a really profound belief in something, right? And I think I probably went too far in some of I know I did. I know I went too far. And even though I acknowledge that there was reason to feel what I felt. There were things that were said and things that happened that made me dramatically uncomfortable. But I went too far. And so, I've just been trying to figure this out. I've just pulled back, trying to, go forward. And that was the thing with Kresha. I like her. I watch her channel, the deep dive she does and things like that. And I tried to be really low key and not in join in, like try to get into that. I wasn't right. So at this point now, they're needing to talk. When the victims of crime or their families, the family members of victims are silenced, the effect is profound. There's emotional distress or psychological distress, and the tools to silence them are endless. Sometimes it's threats, a lot of legal action, and Lauren Matthias they are using legal action. There's also social pressure, obviously. In the case of the Idaho 4, there was actually negative reactions from victims that felt like the law enforcement was silencing them. And you could see the anger. It was palpable, right? In Kaylee Gonzalez's family, it was palpable. They were furious that they were being told to sit down and be quiet, get out of the way. So silencing real victims, it's a terrible thing to do. It's absolutely terrible. The victims of crime that experience this type of control, they describe their various experiences as being dismissed, being blamed. Here's another big one. They feel they were intimidated into not speaking out. Well, you want to know something? That is exactly what Kresha said last night. That hidden true crime, they're intimidating. Those of you that are subscribers in Hidden True Crime, you, in your cult-like belief that Lauren and John are the bee's knees, you are intimidating people. Are you a mob? Are you like organized crime on YouTube? You're intimidating people. And people like me, I don't matter. But Kresha, she matters. Her content, her channel is a quest to understand the brutality that her family has experienced. And you guys at Hidden True Crime, you are behaving like a mob. John Matthias knows victims, when they are ready, they need to be heard. So you guys circling the wagons around this woman, John coming out and berating everyone in YouTube. You are not the issue, Lauren. You're not the issue. Pull your strike. You were wrong. I don't even know how to tell you how wrong you were. This is a comedy of errors. Pull back the strike. Let these people be heard. Oh, I'm feeling so angry right now. I'm sorry about that, y'all. Mm, 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 mm. Often, victims of crimes that experience a silencing, whether it's the authorities that are trying to silence them, whether it's giant YouTube channels trying to silence them, they feel invisible. They feel powerless. And you know what happens to people when they feel powerless and invisible? No one's listening to them. They're re-traumatized yet again. Do you think these families need any more trauma? Like, sincerely, Lauren, you are not the issue, Lauren. The original crime, the trauma that comes with the original crime, it gets compounded because the re-victimization, the silencing, it compounds what they felt. It all grows on top. It gets piled one on top of the other. And the power of it that is internal to people like Crescia and Kay or the Gonsalves families, it grows. I cannot imagine the frustration of Crescia and her family when they had the realization that Lauren and John struck their message. I cannot imagine, and I'm so, so sorry. When the original crime is accentuated by the secondary layer of harm from the silencing of their messaging, from the bullying, from the using, name dropping, everyday life can become overwhelming. Simple little tasks that you and I do without a thought can turn into a horrible trigger for real anxiety. I'll tell you something else that happens to these people that go through this. Their relationships are put under immeasurable strain. The sense of isolation that crime victims feel when they are silenced deepens. Sharing their story, which is what they need for healing. They need this, Dr. John. They need it. They start feeling like trying to tell their story becomes futile or even dangerous. Crescia talked about the intimidation. Awen talked about the intimidation. It's just living in a constant state of vigilance, wondering where the backlash is going to come. The internal drive, feeling you need to tell your story, and yet somebody has put a muzzle on you. Isn't that right, Lauren? So this process of silencing victims after the initial trauma, it's called secondary victimization. If people are trying to, if they've gone through this process, being the victim of a crime, family members of victims, when they experience this feeling that they're being controlled, and Lauren, come on, you know damn well that you were trying to control the narrative because you're a journalist. The only thing that you care about, Lauren, is your story. The only thing you care about is that you can go in front of a camera and turn it on and people go, oh, I love Lauren. She's so pretty. I need to Lauren. That's the only thing you care about. You literally dropped their names when you were in the middle of your 9-hour explanatory live from hell. Lauren, you're freaked out about a woman that you hurt. You betray. She feels betrayed. with 100 subs? You're the behemoth, aren't you? 330,000 subscribers. You believed you would go live and you would wreck this woman. You believed that you would go live and you would have all the tears and the horror of what you experienced. My God, my child. You used your kid for what? To try and activate the subscribers of Hidden True Crime to go and bully Christina into silence. The woman never said your name. It's what you thought was going to happen. And the judge looked at the papers and said, what? Just because someone doesn't like you, Lauren, it doesn't mean you're the victim of a crime. Are you like too immersed in this? Do you need some perspective? Both of you. Do you need perspective? Do you need to back out of this and, I don't know, go to Disney World? Your child, 8 years old, should not know anything about this. Why does your child know about this? You telling me your 8-year-old kid got online and found Christina's TikTok account? Is that what you're saying, really? Because she never said your name. How's your 8-year-old child being affected? Oh, because you are not controlling your emotions, right? Because your child is living in a home where all the adults are emotionally triggered and frantically trying to save their kingdom, their YouTube kingdom. One of the big problems with this silencing is that it is associated with symptoms of PTSD. Some of these people that are silenced, they're victims of a crime. They're horrified by the crime. The healing process leads them to needing to either speak their truth, what happened, or the frustration of trying to get the authorities to give you information, trying to get friends to tell you things, and no one will talk. No one will listen. And so flashbacks develop, hypervigilance, and finally, even emotional numbness. With emotional numbness, you get a father who, in front of a television camera, says that his daughter was cut from her neck all the way down. People said that's a horrible thing. How could Steve Gonsalves say that? How could he do that? Because he's emotionally numb from the trauma, from his baby girl being brutalized. And then the law enforcement, the way they treated the Gonsalves families, the way people online treated them, they were silent and they needed to be heard. They needed information. They were truly struggling. Right, Lauren? You're crying and wailing over a YouTube channel, for God's sake. Give it up. Stop trying to control these people that you did, in fact, hurt. Apologize, for goodness sake. So, of course, all that goes along with trauma, guilt, feelings of guilt sometimes, fear, self-doubt, they shut in. They close in. They stop trying to share. And that's the worst thing that a victim can do during the healing process. You have to keep growing. You have to find a safe place, safe people who are willing to listen. And I totally agree. Last night, Kay said, she was like speaking out to Lauren and John Matthias as if they were there. And of course, they were there. They were there listening because they struck the video. So they did listen. But Kay said, back away from this fight that you're in and go get a therapist. Both of them. John Matthias needs his own therapist. Lauren needs her own therapist. Back away for a little while. Get some perspective. Heal your own trauma. Lauren, did you know that you yourself can get secondary trauma? Constantly covering these crimes. Finding out the most gory of details, things from police reports that you would never put on your YouTube channel, ever. Like a little boy in a suitcase. You don't put that on your channel. Shouldn't have been put anywhere. So yeah, Lauren, maybe this is just all about too much. It's just been too much. It's been too much exposure. It's been too much. You're getting every single case. You try to get close to these family members. I don't even know why you think that's appropriate. But you do. You try to get close for one reason, in my opinion, is to get information so you can report on it, right? Shed that skin. Be a person. You're being traumatized by all this grief. You are being traumatized by it, whether you like it or not. It is people. Look, a lot of people don't know this. You can get PTSD. You can get PTSD from witnessing someone else going through hell. Think about that. As a therapist listening to clients' trauma year in and year out, one can get secondary trauma. So one needs a therapist, more than a therapist, speaking as a therapist. ... Bingo. Absolutely facts. A psychologist, a therapist, a doctor, a nurse, these first line providers that are working with victims, we hear their stories, we see the unedited grief. And Dot is 100% correct. You've got to have a therapist. If you're going to do that work, if you're going to be in the trenches, you've got to have a therapist. People are like, what? A therapist needs a therapist? What are you talking about? A psychologist is going to go see a therapist? You damn right. Absolutely. Doctors need to have a therapist. Nurses that are working, especially like in the emergency room, a trauma center, critical care, they need therapists because we are affected. We are affected by the people that we're trying to help. So maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe Lauren is getting too close to these families. She's getting too much information, and there's secondary trauma. I was watching, Nina. I was there. Lots of us were there. If you were in Crush's live last night, can you put a 1 in the chat? What Crusha and Kay have been through all these years, and then this. Yeah. Okay, look at all these people that were there. We were there. Do you guys think all these people are lying? They're not lying. We were there when it happened. You can't do, Lauren, Dr. Matthias, you don't silence a victim of trauma when they have healed to the point that they're ready to speak their truth. shocking. I cannot believe, Lauren, that you struck that video. I'm outraged. I can't believe that you did it. You don't walk this one back, Lauren. This is the worst. You sat in that bed and you cried and talked about what a victim you were because some young woman is with 100 subs is making little sing-song videos about you. Oh, that's so intimidating, isn't it? It's so terrifying. Oh my God, I need the legal people to help me. This woman,
Oh, Lauren, queen
she's
of
making
the
little
screen.
sing-song videos
The
about me.
Botox so tight,
Dangerous.
you look like a dream, but your skin
Sorry.
is so
Are you
thin,
feeling
it's
threatened
like
now?
tissue
With the little
paper.
sing-song,
One
little
wrong
funny
word
little song?
and poof, you're a vapor.
Oh my God.
Hey, Lauren, toes all sore and red from folks stepping on them. Now you're crying in bed. People are mean, you wail through the night, but you swing at victims' kin. What a sight from
You have nothing to stand on here. You need to withdraw the strike and you need to apologize and then you need to rebuild or go find a different focus of what you're doing. Get away from this YouTube thing for a while. This has been so badly handled. Breaking Chains, she is so wise and she understands the public. You could even get some guidance from Breaking Chains. You would probably like her, Lauren, because she was in media. Oh, that makes her so much more important than the rest of us, doesn't it? This is got to stop. And if subscribers of Hidden True Crime are in here listening, rather than chastising me that I'm such a horrible person, why don't you turn around and look at reality? She's crying about a young woman that she hurt who is now making little sing-song videos because she's hurt. It's her way to lash back out. You slap me, I'm gonna slap you. That's the way of the world. There's videos of twins, like little toddlers. One of them reaches up and grabs a handful of hair and yanks her head. And what does the other one do? Leans over and bites the hell out of them. This is the way of the world, Lauren. You hurt Christina. She believed she was your friend. You were being Miss High and Mighty on your high horse, being Miss Business Owner, and you said, oh no, I fired her. I don't care how it happened. I don't care where it came from. The single fact is you hurt her. Now she is lashing back. There's no grand conspiracy. I almost died when you said, or no, maybe it was John that said it. Lauren wakes up in the middle of the night and she wakes me up. She says, John, has there been another post?
From YouTube throne, Queen Lauren's so grand.
What
now
are you
pass to
talking
the
about?
peasants with pitchforks in hand.
You're worried about a post
You just
on
shout the
YouTube when you have made your career out of YouTube, lady. You got something like 600 videos up right now. 300,000 subscribers, Lauren. You don't think people are going to have an opinion? You completely overlook the reality of having your family wiped out. They were wiped out, Lauren. Not pretend, oh my God, I'm imagining what it would be like to be a trauma victim. It wasn't imagined. It was their life, Lauren. It was real. Those people that you silenced by striking that video, Those people are the victims, not you. You are a YouTube queen, and with the type of media that you put out, people are going to have an opinion about you. And the way that you get these friends, aka employees, the way that you treat them, and then you discard them, right, Dr. John? Christina was discarded, wasn't she? Should we make a list of all of the friends / employees that have been discarded? You got to wonder, Dr. John, why have they all been discarded? Exactly. Colby, too, has not been treated well. That's his story to tell. But you can't silence real victims, Lauren, and you are not a real victim. Whether you like it or not, you are not. You are a YouTube creator. Yay. Woo. Isn't that a big deal? You're a YouTube creator, and people are going to have opinions about you. And your little mafiosa running around trying to stop anyone from saying anything negative or doing anything negative doesn't work. It's not going to work. People are outraged at the way this family has been treated by you. How much money did you make covering the Lori Vallow destruction? She wiped out a family. How much money was made? How much money was put in your pocket over years? And then your grand finale is to strike a video where they're simply talking. They didn't lie, Lauren. They're telling the truth. You can't take that from them. It's wrong. Man, I am so angry. So, primary victimization, it's the direct harm of a crime, like physical injury or shock. The secondary victimization is arising from the outside reactions, right? Like having this great conversation, this healing resolution and revelation, and then Lauren basically put tape over Crush's mouth. We have to stand up against this, y'all. This is not okay. Not in this world or the next. This is not okay. This is not bullying. This is it. We could even call it consequences. We could call it consequences. You apologize when you screw up. That is it. And a real apology, not a very mechanical, oh, I'm sorry. A real one. You acknowledge what you did. And then if that person that you hurt, that or the person that you made mad, they you apologize, and if they're not ready to hear that apology, then oh well, you sit and take the heat because you're the one that caused it. So remember, you have the first bad thing happens, first trauma or crime happens, and then it is exacerbated by all this additional piling on. And the silencing, be it by law enforcement, be it by family. Look, here's another one. We saw this in Dr. John the other night. It was demonstrated right before our very eyes. The exact thing that Lauren caused last night by striking that video, we witnessed it with John Matthias. You know what it was? You know when it was? Where we saw the secondary harm. When he was telling the story about Lori Hellis, like stopping him from talking. Y'all remember where he got so angry? He pulled his glasses off his head. Remember? Toward the end of the live, his live, not the 9-hour live. He was outraged, Lauren, that he couldn't speak. He was outraged that he was having an emotional purging. There were things that he needed to say, and Lori Hellis shut him down, silenced him, Lauren. And you saw the effect. He lost his mind for being silenced, Lauren. Pull your strike. These people are entitled to tell their story. And you, Missy, you're no victim. Yeah, I can talk to you like that because I'm old enough to be your grandma. Hey, Martin. John probably thinking about that moment where he said, you know, you don't have to work. I make plenty for our small family to live well in Vegas, but no, she wanted to be a career woman. Ooh. Thank you for the laugh. I needed that. I'm so triggered, y'all. I got to get past it. Best part is she heard every word and saw every comment of 2,600 watchers, live watchers, Lauren. 2,600 people, real people, heard Cresha and Kay and Awen. They got to speak, and they were heard, and they were appreciated. And now there's 2,600 people that feel protective of them. My guess, it's just going to multiply throughout the day. I see where there are lives planned. Everyone is outraged, Lauren. This is a weak move. Weak. You have no right, none, to elevate yourself above the family of Charles Vallow. You have no right to do that. You have no standing, none. And the judge told you that. Cresha can re-upload it again with commentary every 13 seconds. I believe that has content with Lauren in it. Yeah, it wasn't truly, she did do that. I thought she did a really good job of not like playing long links, but she probably did go over 13 seconds. Yeah, she probably did. And this weak, small, tiny, injured child struck them, put tape over their mouths. Yeah. Oh, thank you. Well said. Oh, rhombohedral. Did I say that right? Rhombohedral says the hidden true crime actions with the strike will speed up the downfall. Oh, yeah. I don't know how this is even recoverable. Martin Smallwood, good to see you. Harry Potter's beard. I can't see her coming back from this. She has shown her true colors. Amen. Thank you. Same. I told my husband last night, no way they come back from this. No way do you come back from this. This is the beginning, Lauren. You might as well just dig in and get ready. Turn the computer off, turn the phones off, put a blanket around you, watch Disney movies all day. This has been so badly handled every step away. It's a comedy of errors. Thank you, Martin. They get, let's see, Nene G, they get up to 3 strikes that stick, your channel goes down. Usually in our community, it's something ridiculous, like music being played in the store that they go into. That's why we make our own music.
True crime with flair, but cross your highness, oh, beware. Family members grieving, you pounce like a cat, claws out and hissing, imagine that. Botox can't hide that frown upside down. Your kingdom's crumbling, you're losing your crown. Hey, Lauren, toes all sore and red from folks stepping on them. Now you're crying in bed.
All right. Get my point? Yes, I'm angry. I'm angry for what happened to this family in the beginning, and I'm angry for what happened last night. It's just so they need to be heard, Lauren and Dr. John. They were not bashing you guys. You need to pull the strike. You have no right to take Christina's freedom. You have no right to take Christina's money. You have no right to take Crush's voice, Kay Woodcock, Awen Reese. You don't have any right to do that, Lauren. Yeah, that's true, Nina, Nene, and it's intimidating because these are channels that are very small, right? They don't have a lot of political power in the streets of YouTube. And this behemoth comes in with 330,000 subscribers, where she literally made a 3-minute, 5-minute video that was nothing but photographs of Charles Vallow's family. She has insidiously crawled up into the most intimate parts of this family and taken over. You don't have the right to do this. You are way above and beyond your role. Your role is to report on crimes or on court cases. You want to be one of those sleazy, slimy journalists that trick people so they can get into their lives and read their computer and steal important things from them. I'm talking about emotional things. You're stealing that so that you can then turn around and monetize it on a YouTube channel. You want to be that? You don't have the emotional stamina to do that. If you believe that a young lady making some goofy little TikTok videos, 100 subscribers, that's very bad damage. It's core assault. If that got underneath your skin, you are not prepared for the backlash of crawling up into a victim's family and tricking them so you get the inside scoop. Yeah, exactly, Linz. If you are a therapist, if you are a nurse, if you're a doctor, if you guys work in areas where you're watching trauma, let's say you're working in an intensive care unit and you have to see these kids, these people coming in that are, broken legs, head injuries, full body burns. If that's your job, you must have a therapist. You must, because of secondary trauma. You've got to work out what you see, what you witness, what you experience. You've got to work it out. And you've got to have frequent breaks. You got to take breaks about every 3 weeks. You've got to take a couple of days off and put your bare feet in the grass. to go walk on the beach and feel the sand between your toes, to lift your head up toward the sun and feel the sun's rays on your skin. Those are the things that ground you and bring you back to reality. When you get all tied up in trauma, oh, it's a dark, bad place. It's rough. It's so rough. If you've ever been there, it's so rough. You're right, rhombohedral. Sorry. This is like a hole in a dam or a dike. It starts really small, and from one moment to the other, the dam is gone, and the water behind it just breaks through, doesn't it? And it's violent and it's powerful. This thing is out of your control, Lauren. There have been a series of decisions and choices that have, well, burned it down. It's just burned it all down. Yeah, how stupid. This is so stupid. The local court says you're not being stalked. People having a bad opinion of you, that is not stalking. I'm sorry. John can pull out his damn stupid ass book from 16 years ago, before we were ever really even using the internet, and he can say, oh no, if you post something, it's bad. What are you talking about, John? What are you talking about? They're going to have to arrest the president of the United States for, being mean. If what you presented, which was very self-serving, I might add, he says mean things all the time about people. He trolls people all the time. We now going to call him a stalker because he's making funny, stupid little videos about Hakeem Jeffries and a Mexican hat? Stop, John. This is ridiculous. And look, for me, my experience, this would be shocking all on its own. Like if I was just an observer and I was sitting back and I was watching these two people that have become so beloved, right? There's so many people that really like them as a journalist or as a commentator, like a psychology expert, I guess. People really, really like them. And now you sit back and you go, oh my God, what are they doing? What is happening here? And some of their subscribers are traumatized by watching Lauren sit in the bed and just sob and sob. You know when that video was made? I was in total shock when I found this out. Sorry, Lens. Right, Marston? Don't say that. Good Lord, I'll be getting arrested for being a violent stalker. Total 100% agree. My cat's name is Karen. I totally would agree with you on that. But the subscribers in Hidden True Crime were made to watch this video of Lauren sitting in the bed, basically having a breakdown, right? She's having a breakdown. She's saying things that just don't make sense. Do y'all know when it was made? Hi, Johan. Johan, that's how to say it, right? Johan, welcome. Hey, AB, good to see you. Oh, wow. Is that true, Ostrich? Oh my gosh, that's not good. I mean, when it, like he said, when the dam breaks, there's no stopping that water. Yep. I've often wondered why John chose Vegas to live. He works from home. He could be an adjunct professor anywhere. He works with federal prisoners. His specialization is sex abuse perpetrators. And we heard that, didn't we? Jay for Justice always talks about leakage. We got leakage when throughout that 3.5 hours, all of his examples, everything he pulled up had something to do with sex abuse or pedophilia. Yeah, we heard that. I didn't know that, St. Elmo's Fire. I didn't know that was his specialization. So thank you. I didn't know that was true. I was aghast when they said that because the judge said you're not being stalked, you're not in danger just because someone has a negative opinion of you. I'm not sure this should be here. And she dropped it, the suit. And so now Dr. John he's shopping around her case. They're trying to decide which state is the one that will be most friendly to her ridiculous bullshit. And yes, he even said they might take it federal. You know how slimy that is. I can't. I need a break from my anger. That's the worst. If your claims are so damn weak that you got to go throughout the 50 states to try to find someone that would be willing to say, oh yeah, poor Lauren, she was hurt so bad, critical injury. And if that doesn't work, you're willing to go to all your little friends, John, on the federal level, because what do? You do work for the federal government, don't you? Expert witness, I believe. So you're going to call on your friends? We don't do that in this country. Yes, Nina Marie, thank you. Your child needs a break. You need a break. Your husband needs a break. You need a break, a real break, not one where you're sitting, hovering over your community, watching all these people who are outraged at the way of the family of Charles Vallow was treated last night. Not to mention all the other stuff that came in all the years before, where you were like lying in wait like a spider, ready to pounce as soon as any of them show up, ready to pounce to see what you could get from them for your money. Kay said Lauren went to her and let her know what was going on, and Kay let her have a pass and told her to keep her head down and concentrate on her channel, and Lauren couldn't do that. Right, Ageless? I mean, it's astounding. The rhombohedral is one type of crystal structure. As such, I am a hidden gem. I thought nobody will have that handle, and so far, I only met a rhombo. Well, welcome, Yoran, and I love your creativity. It's great. The Streisand effect, downfalls, this is the greatest of all time. I totally agree. Yeah. Swamp Side Chic. Welcome. You from Louisiana? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the reality is it's been too much. Leave this family in peace. They want to tell their story. You have no right to stop them, Lauren. What is this? I hope the board sees the Patreon and calls him back in to answer for unethical behavior. Sorry, I'm getting a phone call. I always wish the best for everyone, but in this case, I have no sympathy for hidden true crimes fall from grace. They brought it on themselves. Thank you, Crafty Nana. It's a false strike, and that's for sure. Cinnamon was there. We were all there. We saw it. We were watching. It's a false strike. It's not a good strike, Lauren. They're not. My hope is that they will counter your strike and the video will go back up. And that is going to look terrible for you. At least if you just withdrew the strike, just pull it back, at least it shows some level of humanity from you. She's going to win the strike. She's going to win the strike. what is this? He also is a paid specialist to testify as an expert witness for someone. He goes in and does days of testing and evaluations. Yeah, that's it. I did that for about 3 years, I think, 3 or 4 years. Um, it's it is a very interesting process to do a full psychological evaluation. It's time intensive. You've only got one client, but the amount of things that you do is massive. So usually to go from first meeting all the way to the report is finished and finalized, probably 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you're not seeing anybody else. That would be like 6 hours, 2 or 3 days a week to get to that point in a month or two. So it's much different. Doing the testing is dramatically different than doing therapy. It's called supervision, but it's basically to discuss any difficulties I'm having with clients and ways in which I can attempt to help, also to identify any precarious trauma. Yeah, 100%. It's part of the process, right, Linz? You're looking for personal bias. You're looking for expert guidance by your supervisor to help you maybe with things that you get stuck with. Yeah, it's a great process. And Pamela speaks the wise words. Yeah, sometimes, Lauren, the truth hurts. And that doesn't mean that you get to take your 300,000 subscribers and beat people over the head. You shouldn't do that. It's bad form, Lauren. There are so many things about you or about Dr. John. If people wanted to really come for you, they could. I don't mean physically. Please don't say that I'm threatening you. I'm talking about if they wanted to like talk smack about you. They wanted to like make fun. So you're the lower you go with the pettiness, the more you can expect backlash. They want to tell their story, Lauren. They don't want you telling their story, Lauren. That's what you did last night. They were in the process of telling their reality, and you came along and you said, no, I'm Laura Matthias. I'm the expert on the Lori Vallow hellscape. Remove the strike. Oh my God, Rombo. Oh my God. Who remembers Lauren calling Kay Mama? Do you remember that? Or Mama? You don't get to tell their story anymore, Lauren. They're now healed, or they're in the process of healing. They are at that point in their healing. They're ready for truth. They're ready for their point of view to come forward, which is what they were doing last night. And they should have been empowered. They should have been lifted up. They should have been protected. This is a critical, important part of healing. You came in and said, I'm the expert on the Daybell Vallow murders. You can't rewrite my story that I've put out. And you struck them. What are you hiding? What are you hiding? Do you know how many tens of thousands of people already know what you're hiding? It's like watching a vehicular accident. You know you shouldn't watch, but you can't stop yourself. Right, Harry Potter's beard? You're just watching this train wreck and you're just thinking, I got to look away. I don't want to see how ugly this is. This is so horrible, but you just can't, right? Hey, Mama Bear. HTC has lost 2,000 subs since the 9-hour live. It's good to see people waking up. Dr. John, over a year ago, had an interview with a suspect, Stacey Wondra, damn. Dr. John put that behind a paywall. Unbelievable. You put it behind a paywall? Damn, you guys are some money grubbers. Woo! We're gonna have to do a Grifton song about hidden true crime. I had a Grifton song. Here's one. Oh yeah. Nice. That's real nice.
Oh, there once was a gal named Griffney, the queen of the Griff Parade. Her life was a tall tale taller than a pecan tree shade.
You know what I've just realized? It's not Brittany who's the Griffney queen, right? We got a new queen. We got us a new queen on the block in the game, grifting her ass off. And she's silencing victims, trying to keep her bottom line intact. I've been watching Kresha since she started and has been ignored by Hidden True Crime and others. This is Kresha's real life. And now Hidden True Crime wants to silence the real victims. This is absolutely disgusting. So well said, Nina. So well said. It's not your life, Lauren. It's the lives of the Charles Vallow family. They're the ones that get to tell the story, not you. Remove your strike. Let these people have their message. It's the least you could do, considering the massive amount of money that you made off of them. Remove the strike. And you know what else, Lauren? You're going to have to figure this out. If you're willing to go on your channel and do these terrible things, people are going to have an opinion and they're going to voice it. It's 2025. Yes, Donna, it was removed. Oh, yeah, T's apple bottom. Yeah, I would be, yeah. You know, I get it. I understand that it's super uncomfortable when people are talking crap about you, right? It does feel bad. And I'm not hiding that. And I've been through that. We've really, if you're a YouTube creator, we've all been through it. AB is here, Martin, we all get it. Where you went wrong, Lauren, is lashing out. That's where you went wrong. By saying I'm a victim because all these people are talking about me. And I don't like that. I don't want them talking about me. I want to be able to sit in my big castle in the sky with 330 subs clamoring to see me. Oh, you're so pretty. You're such a pretty lady. We love Dr. Babe. Dr. Babe, please. I can't even say that. What in the world are you talking about? We now have McArches, Queen McArches, and Dr. Babe. Think about that. You are public. People are going to have opinions. And people that you hurt, like all these people that are talking, Christina, Lori Hellis, others, all these people that are talking, Lauren, they're just doing what comes naturally. I can promise you one thing. You hit me across the head, I'm going to hit you back double hard. It's natural. Little children do it. Little toddlers do it. Why can't you just be quiet? If somebody's got a negative opinion of you, just be quiet. Let them talk. Let them say what they want to say. Oh, is that so threatening against you in your kingdom in the sky with your 330,000 subs? Is that so threatening? Really? Really? Nobody believes it's threatening. Nobody, Lauren. Nobody. And you silenced true victims. You took their voice, Lauren. I pray for Colby, who has done so much work on himself and his mental health and has drank their Kool-Aid, but hearing she said disparaging things against Tylee, that is going to get him. But I think look, I don't think that there's a lot of people, I think, that haven't actually considered Colby. You have to realize Colby has lost his entire family. Right now, I'm not talking about his wife and his children. Thank God for them, right? That is a blessing no one can ever question. But before they were married, before they had children, he was alone. His mother had done the most horrific, egregious thing. I think it's my opinion that Joe Ryan's death is not a mistake. I wonder to myself, was he the first? It's just me curious. That's all. I don't have any special knowledge, nothing like that. It's me being curious. So Joe Ryan's gone, even though they didn't really have a relationship, right? But Joe Ryan is gone. His real father, his acting father, Charles, he's taken from Colby. His brother, his sister, they're taken. His mom is gone. She's in like a totally different person. He doesn't even recognize all of her insanity. He's literally alone, you guys. Have you ever considered how you would respond to that? So Colby deserves some space. The path of healing that he's taken is incredible. He's a strong, strong person. And were there some hiccups? Who cares? He's entitled to act out. He's entitled to that. What he went through was something that I can't. There's nothing in me. There's no experience I've ever had. In no way can I experience or understand what he's been through. I can't do it. It's not possible. Very few people in the world that could. But he and his wife, the kids, they're doing their channel, and boy, his messaging is so good. He's doing such a great job. Healing is difficult, you guys. This process of crime, losing people to violent, tragic ends, it's tough, really hard. We have to stop being judgmental against victims. We have to stop that. Yes, Miss Cheese. And Kresha is very real, and the way that she finds information and then talks about it on her channel, so interesting. So interesting. But she's looking for understanding. How the story of what Lori and Chad did is just so crazy. It's so crazy. And it's not just those in that immediate circle. It's beyond. Melanie Gibb, Melanie Boudreau-Pulowski, Jason Mao. These people are not to be forgotten. These people were there. They were there for it. I worry about traumatizing my own therapist. No, Kimmy, you can't. Don't do that. Don't. The therapist is absolutely prepared and able to help, to be there, to listen. And if there's secondary trauma, then we go to our psychologist or we go to our therapist. It's what we do. If you work with trauma victims, you need to have a therapist that you have an ongoing relationship with, that you can, process and work through. I had a day. I'm just gonna make the just the briefest details, right? But I had a day where 2 people that I had been working with for a while died. One was really kind of unexpected, like they were really seemed like they were getting better. And the other one, was pretty critical the whole time. But 2 in one day, boy, that was a bad day. Whew, I'm telling y'all that even thinking about it now, it kind of bubbles up the emotion. So everybody keeps it together, and you do what you got to do, the aftermath, the forms and the meetings and all that. Everybody holds it together. And then you get out and you'll see a doctor in his car weeping. So you have to have a therapist. Like, it's required that you have that connection to work through these things, right? So Lauren, do what you want to do. I don't know what's happening and why things have gone off the rails like they have. But maybe it's time to just detach from YouTube and, I don't know, go out and get some pumpkins, carve a pumpkin or 2 with your baby and not talk about how afraid you are. I'm so scared. Oh, is there another post? Your child should not know about this bullshit. Your child doesn't need to know this nonsense. In no way is his level of maturation at 8 years old ready to comprehend or understand this foolishness on YouTube. He should not be experiencing this. And therapists help. They do. It works. I remember thinking how weird it was that Lauren Matthias totally ignored Crescia during a Daybell video. Now it makes sense. Lauren knew that Crescia had her number way back then. Crescia did. She did. And she said on her video yesterday, she tried to talk with people that were close when this was going on. And that's okay. I'm one of those people that I just choose to believe in someone until they show me that I shouldn't. And then I'm quick to get away. And Crescia had a sixth sense, I guess. And she could see it coming. So good for you, Crescia. I am too, Holly. Thank you for saying that. The outrage is not mine. Lauren, I may have a voice because of my little small, teeny, tiny little channel, little peon channel. But the truth is, there are thousands of us, me, Holly, all these people, Cinnamon Hot, Crafty Nana, we're all outraged that you struck Crescia's channel. Good God, woman. It's outrageous. Can you imagine if every person that was angry about silencing this family and Awen Reese, not just the family, but Awen Reese was traumatized by this whole deal too years ago. Can you imagine if all of these people, Lauren, opened up a YouTube channel and started telling their own stories? You wouldn't have time in a single day to strike all those people, would you? I'm telling you, girl. I'm telling you. This campaign you're on to silence these victims, it will fail. Mark my words. You have no idea the power of the YouTube community. You have no idea. Oh, that's a sinister thought, Cinnamon. That is a sinister, ominous thought. I hope not. I'll tell you what I think. I really think it was a planned live. I think that's why he went live. He's trying really hard to build up his channel, make it a professional endeavor. I'm going to choose to believe that that that's not it. I'm going to choose to believe that he was being professional. And when it was time for him to go live and do his call-in show, he went over there and did it. That's my choice. I'm going to expect the best, right? Expect the best of people. I hope Colby stays out of the entire drama. Me too, Junebug. Me too. He is doing such a great job healing, moving forward, building his channel. Yeah, I'm with you, June. I'm with you. I think this whole thing is at least now he'll be cautious, right? About who he finds trust in. Just be cautious. I wish someone would have recorded Crush's live last night. Me too, Ostrich, but you know what? Crusha has zero drama. She has zero drama, and so clip channels and such, they're not recording. I bet they're going to be recording now. You ready for that part, Lauren? Here's what happens, Lauren. They will record every live that Crusha does. Or like if Crusha comes over on my channel or she goes over on Nonsense's channel, people will be recording that. And then when you strike them, it won't matter. Because there'll be recordings of it. They'll go up on Rumble. People will see it anyway. In this country, we stand by our right to be heard. You are heard, Lauren. You have a platform. You did a 9-hour live because you were just in so much pain. You just needed to be heard, right? Why does your need to be heard? Why is that trump Crusha, Kay, Awen Reese? Why isn't their need to be heard? Why doesn't that matter? Question. Do you have an answer for that? I suspect no. I suspect you're listening right now and you're crying and you're thinking they're all so mean to me. No, ma'am. You are doing things that are hurtful. You are not a victim. You can't be put in jail for a crime that you might commit sometime in the future, which is what you said about Christina. Think about that. Everything that Dr. John said in his 3.5-hour live, he's saying, look at all these markers. These are indicative of future harm. Christina is going to hurt us. We have to put her in jail. We don't put people in jail before they commit a crime, Dr. John. You are doing assessments to consider future dangerousness, right? For prisoners. Christina hasn't committed any crimes. Why are you assessing whether she's going to be dangerous sometime in the future? Why are you doing that? So while you guys sit there and say everybody's so mean and oh, look how bad people are, you need to stop and take a different view. You have lost objectivity. You have lost clarity. These are your victims. You hurt Christina. You hurt others in that group. I think you've even hurt Grayson. If you want to know the truth, it's my opinion, but I think Grayson may need to go home to her mama. You've hurt Kay, Larry, Crusha. Maybe Colby wouldn't admit it. Awen, Reese. Why can't you see that? Like everyone is seeing that, Lauren, as this all comes out, as it all unfolds. The reality is Lori Hellis. I'm so sorry, Lori. I left out Lori Hellis's name. Nate Eaton was hurt by Lauren. Is it becoming clear? Like what the issue is, why there's so much outrage? Are you beginning to see what the problem is? You literally tricked Nate Eaton into giving you something that you were not entitled to. My guess is you knew that Lori Hellis was never going to give you a book to comment on. That's my guess. My guess is you knew you'd never get it. And so what did you do? You got it in a sneaky, snaky way with Nate Eaton. And then you turn around and went to a group and said, oh, guess who has a copy of Lauren Hellis's new book? Who wants a copy? Lauren, that was her property. That was her intellectual property to make money. She spent hours, years writing a book for no money. No, she got no pay during the writing process. Publishing your book and putting it out there for sale, that's when you get paid off. That's when the money comes in. You stole from her, Lauren. You want to say Christina is a crime for saying mean things about you on a TikTok channel? You actually committed the crime. You stole Lori Hellis's book and then distributed it. I don't know if it was one person or if it's 50 people. That doesn't matter. What matters is you did it. Why are you crying victim? They've been scripting this thing. They've been scripting this whole thing from the beginning. And I'll guarantee you'll see more YouTubers start to get struck. Oh my God, I hope not, Wendy. I really hope not. Who gave it to you, Lana Kay? God. Oh, you're talking about Nate Eaton, right? Lori said, guess who I got it from? She tricked Nate Eaton. And he was horrified. And do you know what he did? Lauren, he called Lori and apologized. He owned up to it. He said, oh my God, I can't believe I did this. I'm so sorry. Do you have any of that integrity? Withdraw your strike. Put Crush's video back up. This is wrong. I mean, thank you for voicing it, Fractured Fairy Tales. HTC is modeling certain cultish organized religions when they are being exposed, and the veil, the mask or curtain is being pulled back and they are being exposed. Extreme retaliation against victims. Yeah, this lady with 100 subs where she does these stupid little like little TikTok things never says Lauren's name, never says John's name. This woman wanted her to go to jail for 30 days. She's got little kids at home. She owns a business. Wants her to go to jail for 30 days for some snarky little childish, TikTok kind of video, just little fun things. Oh, let's see if I can become a felon.
People are mean. You wail through the night, but you swing at victims' skin. What a sight!
I gotta go to jail 30 days for playing a hateful little song, right?
Now cast to the peasants with pitchforks in hand.
Right, Lauren? That's so hurtful, isn't it?
Once upon a vid, you ruled the true crime wave. Subs in the millions, oh what a rave. But thin skin and sore toes led to your fall. Now you're scrolling comments, ignored by all. Peasant life calls with no royal.
Sore toes, Lauren. We all get talked about. All of us. If you're a YouTube creator, Lauren, people are going to talk about you. If you're mean to people in real life and they know you have a channel, they're going to go online and they're going to spill your secrets. That is part of the cost of being a YouTube creator. Yes, Pops and Sass, I get it. I was horrified. It's bad. It's terrible. When you take the voice of crime victims, it's awful. Yeah, not really as many as you'd think, right, Crystal? But thank you, Pops and Sass. I don't think he said anything publicly, but Lori Hellis said that he called her and that he was very apologetic. Sorry. Ooh, look at there. Very nice. Thank you, Jay for Justice. Wow. Thank you, No Colt for me. Jay for Justice. Is it on Jay for Justice or is it on Every Day with Jay? Has a clip of Kay on Crush's panel last night. I wonder if maybe it was recorded. Man, I hope so. I hope it shows up on Rumble. So can we get a clip of that? The link to that clip so everybody can go over to Jay's channel and listen. That'd be great. Her true colors are showing. This is exactly what cult leaders do when losing control of a person. Yeah, I mean, yeah. You don't get to walk away from a cult without some severe punishment. They're being punished. She's dishing it out. And it seems like she feels entitled, doesn't it? It seems like she feels that she has the right to put a mother in jail for 30 days because she said something that Lauren didn't like. It's okay for her to trick Nate, get Lori Hellis's book, and then offer to distribute it. But nobody better say a word about it. You should not be outraged because this is Queen Lauren. Yeah, lock Jules up. Woo! Hey, that's good. You want to put me in prison? Put me in prison. I'll have everybody riled up in the jail. We'll have a great time. It'd be so fun. Ooh, I gotta write a song about that. Okay. Ever heard of Darvo? Yes, I have. It's deny, attack, reverse victim, and offender. Yep. Which is what we are watching, isn't it? It's exactly what we're watching. And it's obscene. It's obscene that you struck Crush's channel. It's obscene. How dare you? There you go. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Diane. Love your name, by the way. That's beautiful. F both Lauren and the doc for wanting to take away freedom of speech from others. There it is. That's it. That's all you need to know. Oh my God. Your dog is so cute. Was she wearing like a costume? Oh, that's so cute. Her dog. Oh, no. Her dog. Her icon is her dog, a golden retriever who's wearing like a wig, I guess, but it's the hair that's wrapped up in the pink sponge rollers. Oh, that's great. That is so great. It looks like maybe driving a car or a truck, right? Yeah, and there's another little dog in the back seat howling. That's great. Very nice. Something, let's see what Lana says. Something stuck out in that live. She says, I am calling people and apologizing and no idea what for. That's so sad. Would you apologize if you know you did nothing? Nope. Only if trying to get ahead of something. Yeah, now that you bring it up, I remember her talking about, I've apologized. And then John followed up, didn't he? John followed up by saying, what more do you people want? She already apologized, right? Yeah. So tell me something. Why would you file restraining orders, strike a channel, if you felt bad about what you had done to these people? If you felt bad, Lauren, so much so that you've got to apologize to them, why'd you strike them? Why'd you file restraining order? It's damn weird. You are not going to stop people's right to their thoughts and their opinions. 300,000 is not big enough to take somebody's right to say what they need to say. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. I'm sure you're right, Holly. All right. John wrote the prologue. Yeah. Crusher didn't do anything to you. Remove the strike ASAP. Amen. Remove the strike. That's all you got to do, Lauren. Remove the strike. Okay, so the clip of Kay from last night is on Jay's for Justice. Oh, now somebody said Every Day with Jay. Well, let me look. Let's see where it's at. Y'all, oh, you know what we could do? We could play some music while I'm looking this up, right? That'd be fun. Should we do that? Yeah, let's just play a little music. A little. It's true.
Botox bills and reality TV. Hey, Lauren, pack up your crown. The kingdom's evicting. You're heading downtown. Toes still aching, tears on your sheets. But hey, next adventure, true crime on the street. From Queen to the fields with the mud and the muck.
I
Lauren, oh
don't.
Lauren, next time, better luck. Apologize, luring to victims of our. Oh, Lauren, queen of the screen. With Botox so tight, you look like a dream. But your skin's so thin, it's like tissue paper. One wrong word and poof, you're a vapor. Hey, Lauren.
Okay, so it's on the
toes all
one
sore and red. From
because
folks
it's not
stepping
here.
on 'em, now you're crying
Let me check
in
one more
bed.
thing.
People are mean, you wail through
Hey,
the night.
Steve, there it
But
is.
you swing at victims' kin. What a sight. From YouTube throne, Queen Lauren's so grand.
I think I found it. Okay, hold on just a minute. Let me make sure this is it, and then I'll put the link up. She did. Yep. Oh, yes. Okay. Oh, I'm so sad. I feel so bad for Kay. So bad. Okay. So we've got the links on J is for Justice for the clip from last night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And, you know, hopefully more than just a couple of clips was done. Maybe the whole live has been done. We can go over to maybe Rumble and watch it. No, Martian Planet, it is Kay Woodcock speaking like her experience of what Lauren did. So, well, you know what, Possessed? I do think that Lauren and John have surrounded themselves with sycophants, correct? However, she's damaged those relationships, right? She's taken advantage of too many people. The only people she has left that are hanging on are Dr. John and Grayson. And Grayson's a 24-year-old, was 22 at the time that all this started, but she's 24-year-old. She's not a wise, worldly woman. She's not equipped to deal with this level of drama. She does not want Kresha to speak. Absolutely. Awen is being denied her opportunity to tell her story. Yes. All that fancy Vegas living they're doing. I tell you what. I mean, maybe it's a shirt. You know, I'm weirded out by the red heart glasses. Does anybody know where that comes from? Somebody's got to know where it comes from. Who remembers? I'll do a clue. You want me to do a clue? Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, Yes. And so all of these issues, right? But Johnny Depp, there was a video with some music that was put out where the girl in the music video is wearing the red heart glasses, and they basically assault her. I'm gonna look it up and find the video and the connection. Lolita also, yes, Miss Catherine, yeah. I wonder what Trisha thinks now that Lauren struck Precious channel. Well, I think that would be a remarkably apropos question to direct and duty Ron and also Trisha. I think it's an appropriate question. What do you think now that Lauren has silenced the Vallow or Charles Vallow's family? Crescia, Kay, Larry, their friend Awen. Like, what do you think now that they've been told they're not allowed? Only Lauren and John get to voice their experience. The true victims are not allowed because Lauren doesn't like it. Lauren doesn't like what they're saying. Remember how Lauren was crying because her contract worker at Alec Baldwin trial quit on her and I think called her a bully? I wonder what that was all about. Thank you, Quintessence. Right? That's another drama that we haven't even addressed yet. It was disgusting, Tiff from Texas, to go live, cry, and say, oh, Dr. John's cholesterol is high, his blood pressure's high. I'm so worried about him. Then calm the hell down, lady. Calm down. Get your shit together. You need a stable home. You need a quiet environment for the people that love you. People in your house need to feel like they're safe, Lauren. And that's not what you're bringing to the table. What you're bringing to the table is this bizarre kind of, you've rewritten this whole thing. It's not real. Christina is not a stalker. You did hurt these people. They are going to hit back. Turn everything off. Thank you, Trish. I'll try that, okay? Turn everything off. Walk away from this. Take about 2 weeks. Just go away. Your channel won't die. I've left YouTube for a month, 6 weeks. You may have to do work to try to get it going again. Although, to be absolutely honest, I don't see you coming back from this. After striking last night, I don't see how you get by this. I think it's done. Good point about Kay wanting to tell Dr. John something. Rumors of Lauren. I got to keep my mouth shut. Let me see what this was. Been floating around. Yeah. What? Speculation. Me neither, Kathy. The way she described Dr. John was not how he appeared while he was defending her. No, he looked to me like he was healthy and strong. Zelda, how are you feeling? I hope things are getting better. You have been through it, girl. Las Vegas probably has a ton of work available for Dr. John and any forensic psychologist. Plus, there's a university there. So I would guess that's why they ended up there. Weaponizing copyright strikes is unbelievable. How dirty can you get? Well, I mean, look at all that's been weaponized. Weaponizing the copyright strikes for legitimate copyright, correct? Weaponizing the court system for your own petty pleasure. I mean, does this woman have loyalty to anyone? Does this woman have any integrity for anything? This is bad, Lauren. there you have, I think, a haze in front of you that makes it so that all you can see is yourself, and you're not looking out. You can't see how you are affecting others. If your child is anxious and freaked out because mom is crying and hysterical all the time, then someone better be the damn adult and protect that child. A child should not be watching a parent melt down, because children need the security that the parents have everything in control and that they're safe, so they can grow up in a healthy, independent way. Anxious kids, they grow up and they have a very hard time finding independence. They cling. I think she talks crap about everyone and is scared that it's all going to be revealed. Yeah, it's all coming out, Cutter McGee. It's all coming. It's at this point now, the striking Crusha, that is going to light a fire under so many people, and they will come out with their stories. Yep, agree, Tiff. Absolutely agree. All right. Okay, folks. So you guys are awesome. And yes, I'm outraged, and I'm not going to apologize for my anger, because it's real and I feel it. And there are a lot of people that are very angry after last night. So stand with the victims. Don't exploit the victims. If they need to talk, they have the right to have the video heard. And that's really the message. Remove the strike. That's it. It's that simple. All right. Y'all are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. I would appreciate that. And if you want to, you can subscribe. I hope you will. All right. See you later. Bye.
Now pass to the peasant.
Oh, wrong song. Sorry. There we go. For the rest of the day, right?
Woke up at dawn with the pelicans in flight. Coffee brewing strong by dawn's early light. Waves whisper secrets to my
Hi, Mabel.
heart. The life around this water gets me off to a great start.
Oh yeah, go over and listen to the clip at Drake for Justice page. We did get spiky, Lizbeth. We did get spiky. Hi, Pops and Staff. Bye, Cinnamon. See you later. Go back to your quiet little sanctuary, Jackie. It's the thing life's made of. You have a super day yourself, Heather. Thank you. I honestly think Lauren is afraid because there's a high probability that she may have dissed her husband too. She will then lose his support. That would be tragic, NK. It would be. I agree. Really disappointed in Hidden True Crime striking her. I'm 60 and learned a long time ago, haters will hate. No need to pour gasoline on the fire. Who gives a shit what others are talking about? Woman. Sorry. Oh, I got the wrong one. No need to pour gasoline on the fire. Who gives a shit what others say about you? Get over it, Lauren. Still want to know about this doctor you never kissed, Lauren. Strange little sleepovers. What the hell? What are you talking about, woman? All I have to say is nobody's innocent. Not her, not them. Everybody has dealt with it wrong. Zelda thanks everyone for your prayers, and she was struggling, but she was getting better every day. Take care of yourself. And you changed the name from Jot. Yes, Jules of thought, right? And then I was allegedly innocent. And then I don't want to be alleged anymore. Because so do somebody else.
Thank the
name.
Lord for this humble light.
Yeah,
For
I
the
don't know.
flag
I'm
that
just
waves
jock
and
talk
grace
right
from
now.
above, filling our hearts with endless love. No riches compared to the
Everybody
peace
have a
we
great
find.
Monday.
The
Thank you.
tides we ride and the love all around. No rainbow
Prayers to
rises
Zelda.
after the
Quick
rain.
healing.
Diamonds dancing on the waves back again. Honest living in pursuit of peace. Family ties and the happiness we seek. Love for God and country running deep in our veins. Through the storms and the trials we break those chains. Good living brings the blessings we see. Rainbow horizons forever free.
Love you right back, Maple. Thank you so much. All right, everybody. Y'all go listen to Kay. I'm so glad Jay for Justice was able to clip that. All right. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day.